Guys, are we ready? Cameras. We do have Matt Renshaw from Australia ready to take questions. Who wants to go first? Yes, you can ask.
Matt, the loss of the early wickets, was that kind of the difference in the match in the end? We saw Zimbabwe only lose 2 and then to have 4 down at the end of that power play. Was that kind of the main difference?
Yeah, it probably makes it quite tough to chase 170 out there. They bowled really well at the start, took some early wickets, and felt like every time we built some momentum, that partnership with Maxi was obviously important, but couldn't get enough momentum in there to chase that down. It was just too many tonight.
Team performance aside, how you find it, 2 World Cup games, 2 strong performances. You must be sort of loving your time out there.
Yeah, I think for me it's just different roles. So the other day it was batting 4, today was 6. Probably was going to be at 7 if Stoyan hadn't got hit. So I think it's just playing the scenario. Obviously been in twice early, learned a lot from Pakistan in those 3 T20s. I know we didn't perform very well, but we learnt a lot in those conditions. So being able to come out here today, take my time early, not feel like there's any pressure to score, still get some boundaries away, and it was probably a bit different today compared to the other day. The other day was probably a bit more turn, a bit more spin. So today was just trying to get us to a position where we win the game, and unfortunately that wasn't the case.
But Australia are struggling with a few more inches. So how did it affect to this result?
Probably Marcus Stoinis was going to bat higher. He got that hit on the finger. We don't know how bad it is, or I'm assuming the medical staff will treat that. But yeah, probably that was the one today. But yeah, we just weren't good enough today. They played really well. They batted really well. Got 170 on the board. Had wickets in hand to launch at the end, and took early wickets. So it's always tough in a T20 when that happens.
Imran Ahmed, Delhi Sachin from Pakistan. 2007 T20 World Cup. Zimbabwe beat Australia by 5 wickets. First upset of that first T20 World Cup. No, same teams, same event. What is the reason Australia again defeated by the Zimbabwe and it is upset?
Well, I think that was 18 years ago. I was 11, so I was nowhere near the team at the moment. But it's just cricket, like T20 World Cups, T20 cricket in general. People can have a day out. I don't think the gap's as big as what everyone's saying. So, yes, where there's difference in the rankings, but T20 cricket, someone can have a great day out, someone can get a few early wickets, and it's just the game changes. So I think that's just the nature of T20 cricket, and they played really well. I don't remember watching the one in 2007, but they probably played well that day as well. So they're a good team. They've got a lot of good players. You saw they were missing their captain today, and they still played really well. So they've got a great cricket team.
Matt, as you say, it's a pretty small margin in T20 cricket. Would it have been really nice to have a bowler in the squad, having replaced Josh Hazlewood, to pick from for this match? Did that have an effect on the outcome in the end?
I don't think so. I think the bowlers in the group that are here are good enough. You've seen them perform so many times in world cricket. Sometimes they just don't get the wickets, the ball lands in the gap. But yeah, I back our bowling group. We probably should have chased that down. I don't think it's the bowling group that should get the blame today. But yeah, I wouldn't say that's well out of my pay grade, that selection decision. I just found out I was here last week, so I'm just pumped to be here.
Matt, a lot of moving parts to start the tournament. Obviously, Mitch missing the first 2 games, the injury to Stoinis today. Has that upset the rhythm of the batting group much?
No, I don't think so. I think our batting group's so fluid with different options, where we're all sort of in big bash cricket very suitable to going in different spots throughout the middle. So yeah, obviously having Mitch out is a big loss, and not sure when he'll be back. But yeah, he's obviously a big inclusion to open the batting. That makes someone else open the batting. So it's sort of just those differences in where people are going to be. But in terms of fluidity, I think we're all pretty able to manipulate and manoeuvre around different conditions, and yeah, unfortunately we just lost wickets at the wrong time today.
We'll take 3 more questions. First to you.
Brian Goredima from Zimbabwe. The tournament, looking at how the tournament is fed, the underdogs threatened to beat the bigger sides. and it didn't happen, but then it happened today, Zimbabwe versus Australia. The question is, did you guys speak about you guys not wanting to be the first team to lose where you are the overwhelming favorites? And like you said, in a game of T20, it's about the big moments, and Zimbabwe were better today.
No, you never speak about trying to lose a game to anyone. So, yeah, I think obviously you look at our group, we've got Zimbabwe, Ireland, two really good sides. They play a lot of T20 cricket. I think I saw one of the bowlers had 100 T20 international wickets today, and like that, they're playing a lot of T20 cricket. They're playing against some different, they get different conditions. So probably for us, we just want to try and do what we do best and play well. And yeah, unfortunately today was the loss for us, but yeah, you don't really talk about other teams losing, and you just try and play your best game of cricket.
Matt, during that 70-odd partnership between you and Maxi, looked as if Australia could get over the line. Do you think that this is kind of a surface where you need to show application than flair?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's obviously time for flair in T20 cricket. It's sort of a different one as well today with the dimensions of the ground. There was one short end with some wind, one big end. So I was trying to target different options. But yeah, for us it was talking about rebuilding after that six over break, rebuilding, try and bat for 7-8 overs with still really good intent, hitting gaps. And then hopefully we're at a stage there where we could try and still be in touch with the game and score some quick runs at the end. And that wasn't to be with the wickets. We kept losing.
Final question.
Excuse me. Australia is coming out of 1 month of Big Bash, and every player has been playing T20 cricket for long now. So is not performing here, is that something to do with the Australian team's inability to play on the low, slow bounce wickets or something like that?
I think that's just the nature of cricket. Like you get a subcontinent team come to Australia and you don't get them complaining about the bounce or the pace. It's just the way that cricket is nowadays. You've got to be able to go through different surfaces. Yes, the wickets in Australia during Big Bash are quite true. They get a lot of bounce. You go to India in the other side of the tournament, there's different wickets. There's probably higher scores, shorter boundaries. The boundaries here are quite big, so it's just cricket. Like you're not going, we're going to change our Big Bash to suit being able to play in the subcontinent, because that's not going to work for anyone. But yeah, it's probably just trying to adjust to conditions as well as we can, so that when we get to these conditions, we know what the game plan is, we know how we get best suited.
Thank you very much. And Ben Doshis is there for the mix home from Australia. That's it. After that, yeah.
Congratulations, Brian. This venue has always helped occasion than flair. Is that what you tried to do today?
Yes, definitely. I think the main thing was just to stick to my processes. Obviously, we got off to sort of a good start there with Marumani. I started a bit slow, but I think that was the type of wicket where you get yourself in and the easier it gets. So, yeah, definitely I think to do, especially our power play, to get 45, 50 without loss, I think that set up a good tone for our innings.
So 2 matches, 2 World Cup T20 matches and 2 victories for you. Zimbabwe defeated Australia in 2007, and now again here today. So how excited you are, and what are your chances of going into the next round? What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's obviously a great start to get 2 out of 2 wins this tournament. I think obviously we've got 2 more games left in the pool matches. I think, yeah, definitely just need to go back to the drawing board, not to get too far ahead of ourselves. Still got 2 big games to play, and hopefully we can come out on top of those as well.
Imran Ahmed, Delhi Sachin from Pakistan. Today is great victory for Zimbabwe. It will be easy for your team to access Super 8 next phase of the World Cup.
No, I don't think it's going to be easy. We've got Sri Lanka and Ireland next 2 games. Like I said, we'll go back to the drawing board, go back to our processes, go back to our planning, and you never know. T20 cricket is a funny game. Anything can happen.
Yeah, okay.
Brian, I think it was Ryan talked about during the innings break, sort of parking your egos and targeting that 170 plus score. How hard is that to do, I guess, against a side like Australia?
I think, yeah, it's definitely very hard. I mean, obviously we've got quality bowlers. I think Yeah, parking our egos there, especially towards the bigger boundary with the matchups, especially with the wind, was one of the things we spoke about there in the middle. I think it was more of just hitting the ball on the ground, trying to get the twos, run them hard. But yeah, definitely, I think we did that well to get to 170. I thought was a good score.
And it looked like you seemed to just not attack. I guess you saw what Allison and Zampa were able to do in that first game. Was that a plan to sort of negate their impact?
Yeah, definitely. I think Zampa and Ellis are quality bowlers. I think, they bowled well today. I think that was the main reason, just to sort of, if the boundary ball does come, we can sort of attack that. Otherwise, it was just to run hard, hit the gaps hard as well.
Rex, you can start.
Great scenes to see your fans enjoying today. You don't get to play Australia that often. They are former world champions, ranked number 2. What does this win mean to you all?
Yeah, definitely. It's a huge win for us as Zimbabwe, not only as us as the players, but also as a country. I mean, those fans came all the way from Zimbabwe. They've spent a lot of money to get here, and we're just grateful for what they've done for the last 2 games. And also to the fans back home, we always hear their messages, hear their support. So to go and do that out today was pretty special for everyone.
When you speak about hitting the gaps and running hard, how much did you learn off Australia's first game here when they were able to do that similar thing against Ireland?
Yeah, I didn't really watch too much of that last game. I think that was sort of in our plannings already. We know that we're going to be one shorter boundary today, one bigger boundary, and the wind factor does come into play. So, yeah, obviously it was in our game plans to hit the gaps hard, run hard. I mean, and we were able to execute that today.
No more questions? Andrew, you can.
On the bowling front, it felt like Australia never got a chance to kind of get ahead of the rate. How did you feel about how the attack went as a whole, and especially how at the depth the bowlers were able to lock the game down?
Yeah, definitely. I think the way Blessing and Brad started us in the power play to get them 4 down for 37, I think it was a great start for the team. And towards the death, I think, it was for them to get 15 runs and over. I think if we just stuck to our plans, stuck to our processes, and executed quite well, it was always going to be tough for them to get the win. So, credit to the fast bowlers there in the power play.
Pretty special catch out in the outfield by Munyonga as well. How did that make you feel? What was the kind of effect on the group when you saw that? Yeah,
definitely. I think that's one of the main things we do. We try to take pride in is our fielding. I think that's one of the things that we can control. Definitely great catch out there by Tony. That sort of like sparked the feelings of maybe we can sort of get this win,
with Raza off the field, what was happening in terms of the strategy and kind of consulting each other and on which way and who's going to bowl and what the strategy was going to be? What was the process like there without the captain?
I think we planned this already. We came in with 2 seamers and a lot of spinners. So I think with Raza off the field, we've got a lot of senior players in the team, Ryan Bill, Graham Creamer. So I think they sort of took out the lead of controlling that. And in the end of the day, it worked out for us, and grateful for that.
Right, thank you. Next it will be Australia. We do have Tony Muanga for